Hello there and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky, second chapter. I am the RNG Genius, but you may call me Eric. And in the last episode we went and talked to Wembley in the Nebel Valley again. He taught us how to cook the dark stew. And, you know, that is a little bit of a weird dish, but that's okay. In this episode, we're actually going to continue. We're gonna take a little bit of a holiday. The Valyria shore. Mabel spent money on the tickets for the Kingfisher Inn. I bet I could fish here. Am I gonna fish here? How much fish do I have? It's more than it looks. That is more than it looks. I'm not gonna catch anything new. I mean, I've seen most of the things that this place has to offer. I don't think I should do this. Let's get to it. Wait a minute. What's over here? Old man?
Oh, finally back. With all the danger cleared up, time to relax and wet my line. Somehow I just can't stop fishing. I'd keep doing it even if I had to pawn off the wife.
That's gonna have a happy ending, I'm sure. I somehow doubt it. Oh, and here's the rest of them. What? Kevin, what are you doing here? And where were you in Chapter 5? We were looking for you. Oh, it's a long and harrowing story. We happened to run into him on the road, so we invited him to join us. On the road. Why were you traveling again, Kevin? To be honest, my goal was to investigate the Liberl Tower. After we said our goodbyes in Roland, I've been running around looking into all the towers. All the towers?
That makes it sound like you've visited the others already.
Yep, I've been busy like that, pretty much. That's why I was kinda AWOL during the whole dragon business. Sorry I couldn't give a hand with that. You could have just asked me. I've been up to all the towers. I figured you guys might come out here for a break after that, so... That makes sense. Well then, should we have a sit down right now? I mean, that table only has four chairs attached to it, but still. How's about we do it over dinner? That'll help the information flow freely. That'll help the information flow freely, you know? Ah, yeah. So you're really staying here, Kevin? Well, from what I hear, this is a pretty famous inn, right? Like your friend said, I figured I'd join in the festivities, if you don't mind. That's kinda out of the blue. If you helped us out a lot, though, so what do you think, guys?
I ain't got a problem with it.
It is nice. It is a nice way to settle our debt to the good father. Hey, yeah, I want to stay too. I want him to stay too. I see no reason to object. I wonder if it's fate bringing us together.
Well, if he's here, let's have some fun.
Thank ya. Ain't much in the way of thanks, but if you've still got stuff that needs doing, I'd be happy to tag along. Abuse me as much as you need. He would be happy to tag along, huh? No. Well, thanks for the offer, but I think we're about ready to drop off our things and relax. Oh, really? Darn it all, and here I was thinking I could give up my body to Estelle's cause. Oh, if you want to sacrifice your body, trust me, there are ways to arrange that. Hehe. Alright then, let's get checked in and everything. Thank you so very much for choosing to stay at the Kingfisher Inn. Allow me to show you your rooms. Yes, please do. This room is the one... This is the room we have set aside for the ladies. Wow! This is lovely. It feels peaceful too. This is the room we used the last time we stayed here, right? We ended up having to sneak into the bandit base and didn't really get to enjoy it much.
Haha, yes. I hope you can spend a bit more time in it this time. I did at least get to spend one night in a comfortable bed that time.
The way I remember it, She-Ra drank you under the table and laid you out like a sack of garbage. This time I'll be able to drink to my heart's content.
This is the room we had set aside for the gentlemen, but I'm sorry, there must have been some confusion about your party size. You may well use the room next door for men as well.
Ah, right, I kinda jumped on this train at the last second. You guys pick rooms and I'll roll with it. How about it? I have no preference. I don't care much either.
Well then, I shall share a room with a gate.
Wait a second. What's with a sudden desire to bunk with me?
Is it not obvious, a gate? A raven with clipped wings, mended by a tender-hearted young girl? I would be a failure of a bard if I did not hear every detail of that encounter. And also...
Huh? What? Agate, try not to murder him, okay? Although I'm sorta curious as to how that went down myself.
But we just talked is all.
That doesn't make us any less interested in hearing about it. Maybe more so, in fact. Perhaps we should hear the whole story before calling it a night, huh?
Come now, you two. Don't tease Tita too much, I feel bad for her. Regardless, I would ask Zane and Kevin to share the other room.
I have no problem with that. Hey, I'm not one to stand in the way of a good time, so sure.
Allow me to show you to the other room.
Now hang on, we are not done with this conversation, hey! Yeah, sounds like things got kinda crazy. So there really was an ancient dragon nesting in Liberl? And it warned about the aureole before flying off, huh? Yeah, makes my head spin just thinking about everything that happened. What I really don't get is why Ragnar couldn't tell us anything about the aureole either. Actually, there is a line in the testaments that reminds me of. And the goddess, having bequeathed her treasures, sent forth the holy beasts to observe the path the children of men would take.
A holy beast? That certainly does seem like Ragnar. The more pertinent point, I feel, is the command to observe. They may simply watch over us, and we're commanded to not interfere.
Load help that is. Well, one way or another, I sure think this makes it look like the aureole exists. Think we can even start to piece things together thanks to what I found in my poking around. Right, you were investigating the towers. Did you find anything out? A little bit, yeah. I think you guys are familiar with those weird machines at the top of each tower, right? Did you know they're currently glowing? Yeah, I remember seeing that one was all lit up. I don't quite get what has to do with the aureole, though. Well, Captain Schwartz mentioned something to me. Something weird happened in that room where you fought Alan Richard just before that mechanical monster showed up, right? Oh yeah. If I remember right, after the gospel was used, all the lights in the ruins went out. And there was this voice out of nowhere giving a warning, and the pillars all sunk into the floor. Right, the warning was about the first barrier being no longer operative, and the device towers being enabled, as I recall. Yeah, that's what I've heard. So on a hunch, I double-checked the timing with some witnesses. Those 4 towers started lighting up and stuff at the same time the gospel was used. You're kidding!
So the device towers the warning mentioned are...
The 4 towers of Liberl and the machines at their peaks. I don't got any other explanation, at least. So to sum it up then, the ruins beneath Gransel Castle are what produces this first barrier. However, when the Colonel used the Gospel, this barrier was eliminated. And in its place the device towers were activated, presumably to produce a second barrier of some sort. A second barrier? But why would you...
If you're gonna protect something, you always want to make sure you have a backup. Doesn't answer the questions of what kind of barrier it is, though. Or what the hell it is a barrier for.
About that. I'm starting to think it's something to hide the location of the aureole. That's right, the aureole wasn't in the castle ruins. But it's still supposed to be somewhere in Liberl, right? Exactly. And if we assume the society's goal is to obtain the aureole, then I think we can say their experiments are part of a plan to further that goal. They need to do all that just to... The experiments, the Gospels and the aureole. It seems they are more tightly interwoven than we first believed. And the one sitting at the loom would be this man called the Professor. Yeah, it's all him. The same guy who put the Gospel on Ragnar's head and make him attack Bose. And the one who... Estelle? What's up, Estelle? You got awfully wild all of a sudden. Yeah, about this professor. I think he's the one who made Joshua leave in the first place. What? Wait a moment. You mean he's the one who orchestrated the events that brought Joshua into your home? And then made him leave the way he did? I think so. And I bet he's the one who manipulated Colonel Richard and Kurt's memories.
You're kidding! We don't have an explanation for Kurt's memories, it is true. Why do you think this?
Well, you see, Estelle explained that she can't remember the identity of one man she met the day Joshua disappeared. That really happened?
Is this another thing you've been trying to shoulder all by yourself or something?
Not exactly, but... Sorry, I guess it's kinda late to bring it up now. I don't think there can be any doubts at this point, though. It's safe to say that this person must be the one responsible for all your trouble. He is clearly a man of twisted morals.
Yes, we'll need to be careful.
Aw, sorry, Tita. I didn't mean to bring up all the serious junk when we came out here to relax. Oh, no, it's okay, Estelle. It's just, I was wondering why someone would do things like this. Make everyone so unhappy, make Joshua suffer. I just don't get it. Ah, Tita, don't worry about trying to understand a weirdo like that, okay? You just need to worry about being Tita. Right, Agate?
Why the hell do you keep dragging me into this conversation?
We needed that, I think. Kevin? Oh, nothing. So, how's about we call that enough information swapping for one day? It would be a crime to let all this wonderful food go to waste. Can't say no to that. Yes, let us leave debate aside for now. Instead, let us navigate the forests of meat through the rivers of liquor. Merriment awaits. Rivers of liquor, Lenheim? That was an unfortunate metaphor. Oh, please, Shira, do not make me swim. And so Estelle and her friends set about enjoying their holiday. Setting aside their cares for a while, they slumbered peacefully and awoke as they wished come the dawn. Poor Zane. In the morning they borrowed a boat and enjoyed an excursion on the lake. Noon saw a pleasant lunch with no small bit of horseplay. And the evening was perfect for setting a fishing line and letting the hours disappear. Time passed quickly by the idyllic shores of the lake. Ah, that was so much fun! Yeah, it was. It feels like we've been refreshed, body and soul. Yes, it's been a while since I've had this much fun without drinking. She-Ra, minors in the room, influences, etc. And weren't you slamming back some kind of fruit liquor like a fiend while we were fishing? Oh honey, please, something like that light doesn't even count. Right, Princess Tita? Right, Princess Tita? I think I will invoke a royal prerogative to refrain from commenting. On a tangent from that though, Estelle, you are really good at fishing. You think so? Yeah, you are. You pulled them up one after another. It's been her hobby since she was little. Speaking of, Kevin made quite a showing for himself too. I noticed that. He really seems to like fishing. He definitely knows how to handle a rod and whatnot, that's for sure. If he got a bit better, he might even make a good rival for me. For the love of... Not everything has to be a competition, Estelle. Hehe. Still though, it's a lovely evening. Ah. Huh? Estelle, what is it? Ah, nothing. I think I need to go enjoy that lovely evening for a bit. I'll be back for dinner. I understand. Don't be gone too late or I'll eat your portion too. Yeah, I know. See you guys later. Estelle! She-Ra, Don't worry, Tita. I'd like you to leave her alone for a little while, if that's okay. This is about Joshua, isn't it? Ah! A good guess. The evening was just as lovely back then, too. Yo, Estelle! You walking around again? You're like a perpetual motion machine, you know that? I guess so, yeah. What are you doing, Agate? Just taking in the breeze, enjoying this as much as I can. Winding down, basically. This is why we came out here, after all. Heck yeah, it is. You gotta relax sometime. It won't hurt to take one day off of work. Ha, darn right. Anyway, see ya. Oh, that's nice. Oh, hey, Estelle. Already feeling tit out, huh? Not really. She-Ra's still relaxing in her room. I just wanted to get outside for a bit. Alright, well, try to get back before dark. Going fishing again? Haha, well, don't get so absorbed that you forget about dinner. Ah, good day, Estelle. The finest liquor, the freshest food. Indeed, it is the picture of refinement. If I had a lovely lady pouring my drinks, then I would have no complaints at all. But, oh, that can be saved for after the dinner. I don't want to fish here right now. Ah, what a pretty sunset. It's just like that time. The sky, the sunset, the water, it's all just like before. Everyone's having fun, but it's not really the same at all, is it? I'm hopeless, aren't I? I'd made up my mind to chase after him at my own pace, but Mom and Joshua must be laughing at me. That's right. I did play it once during the dream. I wonder if I can do it again? Huh? That was really pretty, Estelle. Kevin? I came by because I was curious who was belting out the melodies. Gotta admit, I didn't expect it would be you. So I guess you do have hobbies other than sneakers and fishing, huh? Harmonica playing is kind of out of character for me, huh? Nah, not hardly. It suits you. Gotta be honest, I think you're better at fishing, but you can just come out and tell me I'm bad. Even I don't think I'm good at this. You made a couple technical mistakes, sure, but what matters matters in music is the heart. And that little performance of yours carried your heart, trust me. Oh, thanks. Mind if I get a little closer? Oh, sure, go ahead. Got a question I'd like to ask you. Estelle, what are you gonna say when you meet this boyfriend of yours? Huh? From what I've gathered, he left under what we might call circumstances. Heavy ones. Even if you finally catch up to him, have you thought about what you're going to say to him after all this? I'd convinced myself I was going to drag him back even if I had to pull him by the hair. But I don't think I can really do something that forceful or crazy. To be completely honest, I don't know if what I have to say will even reach Joshua. And even knowing all that, you're still set on finding him? Yeah. I've thought a lot about Joshua's situation and my own failings. No matter how hard I try, though, the words to deal with it all don't come to me when I just sit around. So I'll just let the words come when I finally meet him. What? After all, my feelings aren't mine alone, right? There's something that grew between Joshua and I when we were together. So I think I'll only really be able to find those words once I see him again. Once we meet, our hearts will do the talking. That's why I refuse to worry about that That's why I refuse to worry about that until we find him. I mean, sometimes I get a little sentimental, sure, but let's just call that ladies' privilege. Oh man, that didn't go according to the steps at all. What? Step 1, Estelle is all sentimental and down. Step 2, Estelle worries over a comment from me. Step 3, I follow up nicely. Step 4, Estelle starts feeling better and her opinion of me rises sharply because of it. See? Profit! That was the brilliant plan I was aiming for, but somehow you skipped steps 2 and 3 and thus 4, I think. Sorry. You're still a good priest, Kevin. You do pay attention to people with worries like me. Well, it's true, that's part of a priest's job. I gotta admit I was paying attention to you for reasons that are more personal, Estelle. Huh? What do you... Ah, hold that thought. What now? What? Now I'm... What is it? Not sure. It looks like a boat's approaching. I think someone's inside it. What? Oh. Kurt! I patch him up as best I can, but his wounds are pretty serious. He'll have to stay bedbound for a while. Poor Kurt. Never thought I'd see the day where Kurt gets thrashed like this. The hell happened? Kurt and his team were really close to finding the society's base, from what Lugren told us. Which means Annalise and Karna and Grant should have been with... Oh no. This is bad. I called Lugren on the inn's phone. He's contacting the other branches and the Royal Army now. But if things have gone wrong, Annals and the others will... We know, don't panic. We need to get out there and do what we can. Problem is, where the hell did Kurt's boat float in from? It is curious. Valyria Lake has no islands or reef, correct? That's right. It's tremendously deep, so it must have floated in from another shore. It could be very hard to divine precisely which shore, though. Yeah, the lake is huge. I guess we could ask the army patrol ships to help too, but... Kurt! Ah, this... Estelle? Ah, and the gate, everyone. This is the Kingfisher Inn and on the lakeshore in Bose. You drifted here in the waves, you tough old goat. The Kingfisher, yes, I see. I remember my teammates and I infiltrating the society's base. And then I... Kurt? Don't tell me... Damn it all. To have my memory stolen not once but twice! Ah! I knew it. The society has intruded upon your mind once again? Zane, please. Use your chi on me as you did last time. Otherwise everyone else will... Last time was a desperate improvisation. It won't be able to restore memories locked away by hypnosis. Besides, with your injuries, no, we cannot risk it. But... In that case, let me try something. Huh? And you are? Kevin Graham, Grail Knight of the Church. Think Annalise might have told you about me. Ah, yes. Hang on a sec, Kevin. You can undo hypnosis? Well, don't know what I could do about any nasty stuff that's wormed its way its way into the subconscious, but I think I can manage a little something if it's just some kind of block on a short-term memory. Doesn't seem like it's been that long since he was hit, so... Oh, neat. Is this an example of thaumaturgy, the secret arts of the church? You might call it that. This might feel like your head's getting kicked by a mule repeatedly. I'm guessing you don't care much, though. Not at all. Please, do what you can. All right. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium. Wow. So pretty. Silver reflection of the conscious will, black luminescence of time's flow. By your opposing natures, I divest this mortal man of the ties which bind his mind. Kurt, you okay?
Yes, I think so. So much is returning, as though a mist is clearing from my mind.
Just let the fog clear and remain calm and relaxed. Whatever you do, don't try to look into the darkness that lies beyond.
Yes, I understand. I see what you meant when you warned me this would be unpleasant.
This is my ego, isn't it? You can tell? I'm surprised. I'm proficient in meditation, remember? I'm fine. I think I remember enough now. Really? Great! An impressive technique. Ha, you really are more than just a skirt-chasing priest. Well done, Kevin. Come on, don't inflate my ego too much here. I mean, a little, sure, but not too much. Anyhow, Kurt, what do you remember exactly? Yes, well, the society has a base in the northwestern shore of the lake. They've built some kind of research facility in secret. A research facility? When did they? How did they? The northwestern parts of the lake shore are separately populated at best, are sparsely populated at best. Even so, guard airships do patrol over the area. I don't... The facility is cleverly hidden. They project a dummy image into the sky to prevent aerial scouting. What? Well, that is an impressive feat. It's theoretically possible, but how would you... And if you approach by land, a deep fog springs up around you as you draw near. A fog? Sounds just like Roland. We broke through the fog and entered the facility, but then we were ambushed by a team of people calling themselves enforcers. They caught us completely off guard and crushed us almost immediately. I lost consciousness not long after reaching the boat. Damn my cowardice, abandoning Grant and Karna and Annalise like that. Kurt, don't worry about it, okay? We're going to save Annalise and all the rest. Estelle? Don't worry, Kurt. You told us everything we need to know to go kick some fools around. Yes, on top of that, I suspect we'll have some help from the Royal Army. Leave the rest to us. Thank you. Forgive me, I leave it in your hands. Kurt? Don't worry, he's just unconscious. Anyway, sounds like we don't have time to stand around. Right. We need to get going before the army does. Estelle, I'm sure I don't need to tell you this, but... Yeah, I know. This is going to be the most dangerous thing we've ever done. By a lot. But you know what? I was prepared to settle things with the society one way or another. It'll just happen sooner than I thought. Estelle. Think that was the shortest vacation in history. Nah, we got plenty of rest. Now it's time to gear up for the real fight. There is a problem. A small army of us going together would stand out too much. It would be best to send a smaller group, I think. Yeah, good idea. Hey, everyone. Do you mind if I pick a team like I did back in the ruins? As you did beneath Gransel. I think that's for the best. I'll be happy to come along. Sure, I don't mind. I won't hold any grudges if you don't pick me, though I do want to bust some heads. Of course, though you will naturally ask me to come along. If you need someone who can heal injuries, I'll be happy to come along. I can help with machines and stuff, I think. Thanks, guys. Sorry to spoil the fun, but... Do you mind picking me first? Huh? From the sounds of it, Annalise and your friends are in the society's claws. If they are given the same treatment Kurt was, or worse, what'll you guys do exactly? Oh, I see. A good idea. Yeah, good point. Looks like you're in no matter what, Mr. Priest. Thank ya. We should be thanking you, Kevin. Okay, let me pick the rest of the team. Nice, we can gear them up as well. Please form your party. Of course, we're gonna take... What does Tita really have? Like, Chloe's a no-brainer. Yeah, wide area coverage and recovery abilities. Estelle and Chloe are really strong magic users. it's a choice between a gate and Tita, but I'd rather take Tita over a gate. But you know, Father Kevin is a long-distance fighter and he's also an arts user. We don't need only, like, it's useful to have 2 tanks and 2 arts users, theoretically, and not like 3. I'm gonna take a gate with me, okay? Change equipment. Gate, you have what you have. TloH, looking good. Estelle's looking good as well. So, Kev, Father Graham, Arbalest, 210 strength, range +4. Large bow popular in the Middle Ages, also fires stone shot. Nice. Protect gear. Has 250 defense. Edel armor has arts up though. Actually, I can just, if I put do form party, I can just put Tita and Oliver here, and if I change equipment, I can strip them, right? Sorry, Tita. Star Rabbits, I'm not gonna need those, am I? But Oliver, I'm gonna need those ebony shoes you got, and that protect here is what Father Kevin has. Long barrel 2 is what I'm gonna need though, and Tornado Fan, I'm gonna take that with me. And now from party again, out of a gate and TloH. Okay. Equipment. Father Kevin. When could I have had the chance to upgrade his ornament slots? I wonder. Cause he does not have good EP at all. If I can do that at this point, I will. But I'm probably not going to be able to do that. Oh well. Spike gear. Ebony shoes. Yeah, that's going to be a straight upgrade. And protect gear, you already have that. That ups his arts a bit, but it's -50 defense. Which is not too bad. Then you also take the long barrel. 2. And the sleep and confuse, poison and freeze. Strength up, sleep, blind and freeze. I'm gonna try it like this. Now as for ornaments. Yeah, you have 3 upgraded slots. Did I upgrade them? I think I actually did. What am I gonna put here? Wait. Time quartz only. Action 2. I have EP 4, don't I? I have hit 4. Nope, I'm gonna have to look at Oliver again in terms of quartz. Okay. Change equipment. Ornaments of Oliver's. I only gave you that, huh? I'm gonna take the range as well. You have everything though. Sorry, Tita, this is it. You were with me through the entire game, and now I'm gonna leave you behind, huh? Kind of feel bad about it, but you know, we're gonna have to do this. And I think, like last time, we could still just go back and change the equipment, huh? So action 3 is gonna be, it's gonna not be how that goes. You get action 4. Get EP. Cut 4. That's the last big slot you have. You get hit 4 would not be it, right? You already have mind. I'm gonna give you a mind 4 quartz here. Mind 4. All quartz okay. What do I want him to have? A bit of healing and a bit of time, huh? Hit 3. Defense 3. No, not defense 3. You're gonna take attack 3. You're gonna take an evade 3. And another HP 3. Never mind, that wouldn't do much for you, would it? Movement won't do much either. Range. Could be cool. I'm actually gonna give him Death Blow. So what are your clock up X's? Nice. White Johanna's nice as well. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm fine with that. Art stat 460, similar to Estelle's, of course. Chloe is top of the line. And Gate Crossner, you're dumpling around down there, huh? Well, okay, that's gonna have to be it. Move out. I just had a chance to upgrade Kevin's slots too. When he said, oh, you can just take me with you. Sure is quiet. You'd think we'd be able to see the beach soon or something. We should be going in the right direction. Best thing to do now is just plow forward. Besides, check out that moon. This is the sort of night you'd want to take a girlfriend out on a date, really. And someone's as mellowed out as ever. But do you actually have a girlfriend, Kevin? Despite what you might think, I have at least one candidate in each town on the continent, and... Candidate. Meaning you don't actually have one. Come on, at least let me finish bragging. Though, Kevin, why are you out here on your own still? This is becoming kind of a big deal, and you have no backup aside from us. Are the Grail Knights kind of understaffed? Well, the situation is kinda complicated. I got dispatched out here on my own at first, yeah. If stuff really hits the rotating thingamajigger, though, some of my buddies might fly out here. Oh, okay. So the Grail Knight's job is the retrieval of artifacts, right? More accurately, investigation, management, and retrieval. And retrieval usually means recovering it from someone. The church has forbidden the average citizen from owning working artifacts, and most nations agree to let us work. But what's with all the locking down? Seems like a lot of effort for old machines. Okay, so thing is, there's lots and lots of different types of artifacts, right? And nobody really knows how or why they work yet. Despite that, they do work, and depending on how you use them, they can have absolutely crazy abilities. What do you think tends to happen when you put infinite cosmic power in the hands of your average citizen? I can guess, but what? The biggest thing is actually obsession. They can't resist the seduction of power and inevitably use the artifact for... nothing good. Seriously? Always? We've seen it happen time and time again throughout history, sadly enough. Estelle, you remember Mayor Delmore well enough to know what I'm talking about, right? It's true. Mayor Delmore did seem terribly cruel when he showed his true face to us. He seemed like a man who had cast aside anything we would consider moral restraint. Holding absolute power gives people a warped sort of confidence, erases their ability to control themselves. It's the mission of the Gralsritter to stop that before it happens. Ain't always the prettiest job in the world, but... Really? Hey, even the Racer Guild has stuff they can't talk about publicly, right? It's not different if it's not any different than that. Oh, well, you've got me there. Hey! Land friggin' ho, it looks like, judging from this soup. Now we really got no choice but to plow on ahead. Yeah. Stay alert, everyone. They might try to ambush us. Lakeside Laboratory. Looks like we made it through. I wouldn't have taken a motorboat, honestly. Alright, we've arrived. I don't see anyone around, but, well... Yeah, nobody let your guard down. First order of business, I think, is giving that building ahead a scouting out. Don't forget who we're fighting here, either. Things go south, we should get out pronto. Yeah, good point. Well, well. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I think you know what's coming next. Until next time, bye-bye.